Welcome to the final installment of my Road to 100 Rey Mysterio figures. Today is officially my birthday while I'm recording this. Although I do not have my 100th figure in hand, I'm going to pre-record some of this stuff, and then when I edit it all together, it'll all be in one video, but there was just a lot that I wanted to do. I didn't want to get behind. So thank you for coming with me on this journey, and let's get right into it. So in this video, you might see my shirt and my hat change a couple times. I'm going to be filming this in the next couple of days. It's going to take me a while to edit it and put it together. Supposedly, my 100th figure is on its way. I should have it tomorrow. It all depends on what's going on with the post office with COVID-19. Everything's been delayed. Talked about it in my last video. The last two figures I was waiting on were sitting in the Chicago hub for like 2 weeks. So cross your fingers. Hopefully I get the next figure. And then what my plans are, the reason I'm pre-recording this is I'm going to go through all my figures. I'm going to take single pictures of each and every one of them and do like a slideshow. And then leading up to the figures I started documenting when I started this video series. So that's why I'm doing this now. And like I said, the next clip after the slideshow, I'll probably be wearing something different. I'll probably be shaved. I'll probably have like a, shaved head or a mullet. My Corona mullet might be growing out a little more. It all depends on when I'm able to finally get it all together and stuff like that. So with that, please enjoy the montage of my 99 figures, and then after the montage, I'm going to reveal my 100th figure. So I have things set up a little differently. I'm going to go over all 100 figures. I'm not going to show you every single one of them and talk about every single one, but the first handful of them I will, just because some of them have like a little significance behind them. So the first one, Rey Mysterio number 1, is my Ring Giants. I got this figure, I want to say early 2000s. Let's see, came out 2005. There was a local car show that Rey Mysterio was going to be at, and we went there. We waited 8 hours in line, and then they capped the line. There was like hundreds and hundreds of people. I actually met another wrestler there a couple years later, and it wasn't as bad. It was just a big mess, and I ended up not being able to see him. I got so close, and then like I said, they capped the line, but I held on to it ever since in hopes that he will ever come back and be local and try to get this signed, but that never happened. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, I think I talked about and showed this figure in the past couple videos, or one of the first videos I did. This is actually my Rey figure from when I was growing up and I first started getting into collecting. I think he came with some boxes or something like that. I don't have the boxes. I do have this cool WCW base, which came with another figure. He has peg holes, but he doesn't. But I think I'll just have him sit on there. But this is number 2. Like I said, this is just, something that means something to me because it's actually one of my remaining figures from growing up. Number 3. Now this is one of the things that I didn't want to do, and I mainly wanted to collect mostly Jakks and Mattel, 6-inch figures. But I'm thinking, like I said before, I count all Rey Mysterio figures. I don't really like the Flexums and the Bendums and all that stuff. But this was a Build and Brawl, a little 4-inch figure. He's a little tiny guy, just so you get an idea. But I had him because I collected these for a while, and I wanted to keep him, so I have him in this little cylinder. That's how I'll display them. They made a couple of them, but like I said, I don't want to cheap out, and they're actually not really cheap. They're kind of hard to come by now. But like I said, I didn't want to get a whole bunch of these Build and Brawl figures. Number 4, same thing. I didn't want to get a whole bunch of these Rumblers. I think there's like 10 Rumblers out there think that's what they're called. Yeah, Rumblers. But I got this from one of my friends, Juan. He went to San Diego Comic-Con. He knew I loved Rey, and he got me this one. So I figured if I'm going to keep, you know, one of them, might as well be a special one. So that's San Diego Comic-Con. And the way I'm going to display them, I got this little cylinder, so I'm just going to display them like that. So the little Rumbler is number 4. And then number 5 is one of my favorite Rey figures. I could never get the Jakks one. I could probably get it now. It doesn't seem like it goes for too much. But when they did the entrance grates, I was able to find this, I believe, at Toys R Us. And it's one of my favorite Rey figures. So this is number 5. And other than that, all the other Rey figures, actually I do want to go over one more. This figure, I think I got this at the dollar store. It is made from Jakks. 2005 Jakks Pacific. I think I got it at like Dollar General or something like that. But it's like an old school body compared to these. I just thought it was funny. There's some really silly ones. There's like the Giant, or I want to say Undertaker, or a couple of the bigger figures, and they use the same exact body. Later, when they took over TNA, the TNA license, they did a Samoa Joe, so it's just like this giant big Samoa Joe head on this little body. But I just thought it was funny. And so this is number 6. And the rest of my figures I'm going to go over, but I'm just going to take pictures and then do like a montage and just quickly go through them. That way I'm not going to spend, 6 hours going through all 100 figures. So that's going to be coming up next. And then at the end of that, I'll go over my 100th figure. And there you have it, guys. That's 99 of my Rey Mysterio figures. And now to what I've been waiting for, and hopefully all of you have been waiting for, is my 100th Rey Mysterio figure. I got this. It's been a long journey since the last segment was filmed. I've had so many setbacks. It's almost like someone didn't want this to happen. I had car problems. I had washer machine problems. I had health problems. I had so many different problems. We had a storm. We were out of power for a couple days. So it's been a long time coming. I got this package a while ago when I originally planned, like I said before, I plan on having this done for my birthday. My birthday has passed. I shot part of this video on my birthday, and I got this the day after my birthday, actually. So this is my 100th figure. This is one of my Holy Grail figures. And it is, I actually had a previous version of this figure, but I sold it off in anticipation of getting this figure. And it is the Ringside Collectibles Flash Rey Mysterio figure. Can't get in too close because I don't think it will focus on him. But it's Rey on one side, 619 on the other. And then, like I said, I really wanted to keep my figures as individual figures. So if I had an old Jakks figures, then I didn't, and then I looked at like the new figure. Like I sold a previous Jakks figure actually to Brian Myers from the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I sold him my Jakks version of this Rey because to me it had the exact same tights, the exact same tattoos, and I personally prefer the Mattel figures. I sold my Jakks version that I had of the Flash figure because I felt it was kind of like a hodgepodge of parts that didn't really represent how he looked. The ears technically, but the little falcons didn't have the same look and everything. And I think the logo was a little odd. I know there was two different versions. One came in I think a 2-pack, and one came in with the little kid's mask. But I sold that one over a year ago because I slowly wanted to get these. And this is, like I said, it's one of my Holy Grail figures. So with that said, my 100 figures are complete. I got one of the ones that I wanted to get as one of my final ones. There was a couple on my list that I wanted to try to get for my final one. One was the Kellyan AAA Rey Mysterio figure. I was working on a deal with a guy in Mexico, and we were, going back and forth talking about, prices and stuff like that. And I kind of told him what my budget was. I, bartered back and forth. He wouldn't budge, and we just couldn't come to an agreement. And then so I used that money to get a couple other figures like this one. And then, sure enough, as soon as I used my eBay gift cards, another Kellyan Rey AAA figure popped up at a reasonable price, and it was gone in an instant. So that's still like my Holy Grail of Holy Grail Rey Mysterio figures. Just because I'm doing this whole series of getting to 100 figures doesn't mean I'm gonna stop. Actually, and who knows the different figures that they're gonna make in the future. It's hard to tell. I mean, Rey uses so many different costumes and stuff, and that's one of the appeals to me, is because all the different costumes, all the different masks. And there's figures that I have where, here's a good example. He's wearing white, but every single one of these Rey Mysterios in white pants are different. So I'm sure as long as he wrestles, he's going to have unique costumes. He's going to, change it up all the time. So I don't see myself stopping at 100. I'm just probably going to be a little more selective of the ones that I do get. So with that, I'm going to set them all up, take a picture of them all set up, you know, so you could see all 100 of my figures set up. And then I have a special video at the end I'm going to attach to this. It was for my birthday. It really meant a lot to me. I actually got choked up watching it because my best friend growing up, who also shares the same birthday as me, it's almost like he read my mind, and I didn't mention it to him or anything, and out of nowhere, he got this video for me, and I think it's a good way to end this video. But like I said, I'm going to set up my figures, and then I'm going to put that video, attach it at the end, and then thank you so much for the people that have enjoyed this. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. I don't do it for the money. I don't make money off of my videos. I do it for just the love of collecting. And if you enjoy wrestling figures or any of the other figures that I cover on my channel, please subscribe. And I'm hoping to get back to doing one video a week. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.
Joe, this is Rey Mysterio, and on behalf of myself and your boy Carl, we want to wish you a happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Carl never told me how old you turn, but happy birthday to you. We want you to spend an incredible rest of the day because today is officially your birthday, so that means this video is not too late. I hope you had an incredible morning celebrating your day, and you have an incredible rest of the day celebrating your birthday, which I never got how old you turn. But happy birthday to you, Joe. Now, I personally want to thank you very much because your boy tells me that you've been following my career since the AAA days. We go back to 1992. I love hearing stories of fans that have followed my career from the beginning. I actually started in '89, so 3 years later, you came in and you became a Rey Mysterio fan, and for that, I will greatly be appreciative for the rest of my life. Thank you. Thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, Joe. I truly hope that over the years, man, I've entertained you with my high-flying lucha libre style, and that you're still watching me every Monday night on Raw, man, because I'm still banging, all right? And by the way, thank you for posting that YouTube video with those 100 figures that you've collected over time. I got to compare your collection with my collection and see who has the most. But, Joe, I know these past couple of years have been bumpy, and if you can reach out to me, either you do it or Carl can do it, and send me a number where I can contact you through Cameo so I can reach out, man. And hoping that, you know, not just we connect through video, but I can chop it up with you, man, and pick up your spirits, all right? Hold your head up, stay up, Booyaka 619. God bless.
Hey guys, just a little bonus footage for you. My plan wasn't to stop at 100 figures. I'm going to keep collecting Rey figures. So I just wanted to go over this little bonus because I doubt a lot of people stay to the end. But I actually got this figure early in my attempts to get Rey figures. I'm not really sure if I covered it in a video or not. But this was throwing me off because I don't know if one of my last videos, I think it might have been the second to last video I did. I got the, already threw the packaging away. Oh, actually, here he is right here. So I got this with the Randy Orton 2-pack, and that's what I originally thought this was when I bought it. And I was looking all over the website trying to figure out which Rey Mysterio figure this was because nothing was coming up. He has this really distinct Rey logo on his belt buckle. And then, lo and behold, when I was messing with my figures, I noticed that this figure, this is the, I forgot what it's called, entrance grates Rey. And I don't want to take the buckle off, but trust me, this is the Rey figure. So as I started collecting the figures, I realized, well, I can't count this one because I want all my Rey figures to be unique. But like I said, this is little bonus footage, so technically this is Rey 101. So another figure for the bonus footage is this figure I got from a local seller. If you remember in my Super Gabby video, I was really worried I wasn't going to get those figures. I thought they're going to be lost forever. So I actually got this from a local seller. It's one of the same figures from the Classic Superstars line. This one's really beat up. I'm going to try to clean it up as much as I can. Some alcohol wipes to get rid of the scuffs and stuff. And even though I have the figure carded, it'll be nice to put with the Jakks figures. I love the character. I love the design. I just wanted to throw this in at the end just to show you that I'm still collecting them, and then who knows what they're going to bring out in the future. So with that, thank you for watching this series, and I'll see you in the next video.
Aquí estoy, Mr. 619. Aquí estoy, so call the one time. Aquí estoy, Mr. 619.